Yeah, we bought that again this weekend.
Kind of ornate.
It's different. It is definitely different. You know, me and Janie, that's kind of our deal. You know, we do the resale shops and all that. You know, and
Vigorous, huh?
well, we've been doing this for a long time, and you know what? Down in Houston, we picked up a few when I was working for that floor down there, and had a little bit of extra money, so we went to some of those antique stores and spent a little money on some of this stuff. But that and there, when we find a really good deal, we buy it, whether I need it or not, and that's not something I just had to have, but for the price. But what's funny about this? Now we were in Canton, we were through, we were walking out, and we were coming through this building, and there was another building over there I'd never been into. I'd seen it over there, very few people in there. We were walking up there, and I thought, well, that's people just selling food or something, And so we just cut through the corner of this thing, and I ran upon that thing, and I got to looking at it, and I thought, man, this looks pretty good. And the little gal came up there and asked her how much it was, and she told me. I was thinking, that's pretty good right there. And so anyway, she said, let me get Kenny over here, because this is his piece, Well, come to find out, Kenny walks up there. It's Kenny Stowe, who's in the show. He's in a TV show, Texas Storage Wars.
Okay.
And he walks up there, and at first I didn't recognize him, Got a big bushy beard on and all this. And we're talking, and he got to explaining about that piece of stuff, and he looked at me and says, where have I seen you before? I said, well, I don't know. I mean, I thought, well, do you fish? I mean, you got fishing maps or something like that, And he says, you got your own show, don't you?
Yeah!
I looked at Jane and said, we're famous! But he remembered you from that show, too.
That's how I react when somebody says, I know you from someplace.
Yeah. It's like when you at that tournament, you discovering that people was actually watching this, And I guess we do this, and we don't really realize that, but, it's starting to get quite a few hits on some of those earlier ones, and then now we've got several people that tune into that thing, but I was just like, I ain't believing this, but
Yeah.
Lord, but
So it probably cost you more than it should.
no, actually I turned it over to Janie, and she is, I just turned it over to her, and of course if she don't care, she gonna get the best price out of it, and she did. She cut it by another $400, and I mean, she's good, she's kind of a junkyard dog when it comes to that, especially when she doesn't care one way or the other, but the guy was, he's actually the bad guy on that show. He's the one they always call names and stuff.
That's not on regular cable.
No, I think, well, it's on TV, somewhere on TV, they've got several episodes that haven't been aired, but he was just the nicest guy, and on top of that, I was fixing to get all that. He says, the old boys walked across with one of his items. He says, give him that too. And threw that in. It was a really nice lamp. It was made out of metal and everything. It was about $195. I mean, it's like, if he's a bad guy, I don't know what the good guys are like. Because this guy, he's really super nice. And anyway, they're supposed to have a big sale here in Longview next month. And he's gonna come by and we'll see what he's got. But
there's a place, a flea market that's opened up there just before you get to our RV park.
Oh yeah.
Is
I have bought some stuff in there.
It's owned by one of the guys that does that sort of thing, buys storage buildings.
It may be him because he's got several of these things. I had no idea. And I bought some stuff there and got some really good deals. It's right there on the right as you head towards
It's a good place to get run over.
It is. It sure is. But they had a place out there that had these boxes, and I kept looking at all this stuff, and they give you a box, and they said just fill it up for $5. I filled up some pretty good stuff in there. There's one decanter that I got that I really like, that I probably gave a lot more money than $5 for, but and then you were able to fill it up with a bunch of other stuff too. But
Jeez.
Our,
I don't ever, I stopped there one time and walked through it, and I got so much crap now.
yeah. Well, us too. I mean,
Yeah.
if anything, we need to be trimming down. We got.
If I ran across something I couldn't live without, I understand what you're
Well, I will invest in this stuff essentially because I mean it's not going to devalue, and I mean the newer furniture now is nothing of any quality like this. But our shell bed guy didn't come in.
Oh, really?
No, and he had scheduled for that Sunday, and then he couldn't make it, trolling motor problems, and then he was rescheduled for yesterday, and he didn't even call, so I don't know. I mean, he may reschedule sometime. At any rate, he did not show up, so we'll work around that, and I'm sure we'll probably get with him at some point in time, and he'll tell us what he knows about it. And on top of that, that was not going to be my only source, and we're going to find some other sources as well to add, to really delve into it and maybe actually get some shots on the bottom of the lake. Really do some serious inquiry into it and try to find out what the real deal is on that, and I think there's probably an advantage there, but figuring it out is what it is, and that's all we're here for, and to pass that along. So at any rate, you had JC Outdoors Saturday. Did you fish that?
We did fishing, yes.
Okay.
And we finished about 2 places out of the money.
Oh yeah.
It was one of those days that if you didn't catch it by 8 o'clock, you weren't going to catch it.
Oh really?
Good bite up till about 8, and then it died. We ended up culling a couple times afterwards, but it was super slow.
Now you were fishing with Charlie, is that right?
Fished with Charlie.
Okay,
Yes.
Charlie Abers.
Finally, what we finally found that we could catch fish on was a drop shot, and we culled twice using a drop shot. And that was it. The lake came up after that storm up there last, what was it? I guess it was Tuesday. The lake came up a foot high, overnight. I mean, it just, and that destroyed about 90% of my places to fish.
Goodness.
They were fairly shallow, and I guess that extra water on top of it, the fish moved someplace. We moved shallow trying to find it. We couldn't. But, anyway, it's still up. Hopefully it's going to be down. This weekend's a skeeter tournament.
Right, the Bass Champs Skeeter Owners tournament there.
So now Thursdays is hardcore.
Right.
Last week, the tournament we had last week was an annual, just big bass tournament that LFA has on. It's the 5th Thursday thing. We decided the 2 5th Thursdays in the year we'd have a special tournament, so we had the big bass tournament last Thursday.
Now this is the club tournament?
The club tournament, yeah.
Well, I wondered because I looked at you didn't have anything scheduled for that weekend.
Yeah, it was just a big bass.
So when you fish that, is that the entire lake or one
That's
part of
any
it?
place you want to go.
Anywhere, it's all open.
I ended up with an 18-inch fish, which was not big enough.
Mhm.
Had several. Nobody had it over, which was kind of surprising. But, we had some pretty good strings of fish. And I was surprised. The way the bite was, I was really surprised at the number of big fish there were. Of course, I think the guys that caught them were only like 4 sides, so maybe the bite was better over there.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that the water is fluctuating some because they shut it off, looked like, and then they kicked it back in, so it's up a couple of thousand cubic feet, I think, last time I checked.
Dry Creek is backed up. There's a water mark on the bush that's 6 feet high.
Oh, really?
Dry Creek, they let water out of Fort, pushes water back up in Dry Creek. That's just right outside equipment. But it was still going like crazy when I came in Saturday afternoon. And I suspect, matter of fact, it actually rose. It was higher Saturday than it was Thursday. So hopefully they'll catch up on it and shut it down before the skeeter tournament. I don't know about Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday we're fishing down at the dam. We're fishing from the spillway and the point at Caney Creek all the way back around 5:15.
Middle third. Okay, we're at the middle third then.
Everybody said told Galen that they were going to be in What's the name of his bag? What is that?
Oh, this, Dale Creek, or, Ray Branch.
Ray Branch.
Why we have trouble remembering that name, I don't know.
I know. But everybody says we're gonna be in there with you.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't think I will, but anyway. I'm not familiar with it, and I don't, that tournament day is not the day you go try to learn new areas.
Not usually, no, probably not. I need to spend some serious time in there myself, well, there's been some people like request, said, hey, how come you don't have a little bit better coverage in here? And actually, that's where y'all caught that, during that tournament, that Bassmaster tournament, that's where the guy caught and was leading the tournament, was right in there. So, we should know more about it, or at least, try to learn more about it.
True.
But,
I'm gonna pre-fish Wednesday. And based on what we do Wednesday, we'll either go looking or we'll park on the place and try to catch some fish.
yeah. So now, where are you planning on fishing in the middle part again?
Yeah, where? That's a real good question.
That's still up in the air then.
It's still really up in the air. Wednesday will tell, but when you got a 2-hour bite in the morning, you can't cover much water.
No, you sure can't.
You have to pick your poison and see what happens.
Well, I wonder if there's some of that, what we talked about before, about those fish having all those eggs.
Yeah.
It's maybe some of that's kicking in to where they're not as hungry now.
And the few big fish that I've caught lately, all still have good bellies on them. They don't look like they're small fish or tails. So I don't, Charlie and I were talking about that during the JC tournament Sunday about how it's really odd. The fish still look so good instead of like they beat up like they normally do, like the sponsor.
Right, yeah. So who are you fishing with this week?
Wallace Dyer is my partner. I asked Wallace when I first met him, if he had a dog named Ronnie. You call him. Most people look at me like, what does that mean?
Oh my goodness.
Wallace didn't have a dog named Ronnie.
Yeah. So
Wallace and I fished together several times. So.
I just really like this site you got. It's so handy to go in there and look for, any kind of local tournaments or faraway tournaments. It's just, and so and usually before you get over here, I kind of go through and see what we got this week, and it's
I've actually had people that email me, tell me how much they like it because they look at it and see where not to go fishing.
Well, yeah. Well, that's true, yeah. You look on there and you've got a huge tournament on there, you might want to go somewhere else, If if there's a particular landing or something that you're coming out of, you need to know that, if Lake Fort Marina's covered up or the Minnebucket or Oak Ridge, if you're going to fish there anyway, you probably ought to go to a different ramp because it's just too hard to load and unload. Because the deal you got your own private ramp down there, which you don't run into that, but a lot of people don't have that nice a deal. That's a good setup too that you got. But at any rate,
I'm saying that I'm going to start getting ready for next year. You're pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there are already published 2020 schedules.
Okay.
And what I always do is on the months prior to the current month, is I'll list 2020. First, I'll have a section of 2020. You have to jump down to go back to 19.
Yeah.
And then on the ones that are in the future, I'll list it afterwards.
Yeah.
That way I can plug it all in, and then when the time comes, I just go in and click on it, hit delete on the current one. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Makes it real simple.
Well, if somebody had the tournament that they wanted on there, all they had to do is just go to your site, and there's a You've got an email address or something in
I've
there?
got it go back up to the
At the
top.
top?
And right there, submit tournaments for free listing.
Oh, yeah. So right there, they can click that, and that's where you submit. You'll get a note and saying, hey, and that would actually help you a great deal if they would do that, and it helps other people. And I don't know if people realize it probably helps build your membership up for your clubs too, because they see that and they say, it's an easy way to get to stuff, So anyway, how'd your guitar sales go?
Oh, hey, I sold it.
You sold it?
I called the guy to ask him what I needed to do, and he said, well, just when you sell it, just let me know. He said, but I've got a buddy that might be interested in it. And I said, really? I said, sick him on it. And he said, how much do you want for it? I said, well, I put $500 on Texas fishing for him, because I had to put a price on it.
Right,
I didn't have any idea what it was worth.
Sure.
And he said, well, let me contact him and see what he says. And about 45 minutes later, the guy called me, and I met him up in Footman. Laid the cash on it.
Is that right?
He was sticking with that, and I started asking, how much was it worth?
Well, it was probably well worth that.
Because he was real happy to give what he gave for it.
Well, I like to say, those meet and greet things, they can be $300 or $400 each, and you had two of those, and if you're really into that genre.
Yeah, that's what he said. And he's a close buddy of the guy that's well, I forget what the guy was, but he's a part of Whiskey Myers Crew.
Oh, okay.
And this guy,
Well, hey.
I don't understand why Pop couldn't get this guy a deal on something.
Oh.
Apparently he couldn't. Anyway.
Well, it's harder and harder. They don't, we got a friend of ours that plays for Madonna, and she doesn't give out free stuff.
Money out of their pocket.
My son's good close friends with it. He had to pay for a ticket to see him, and the only reason he's watching, he likes Madonna all right, but he really wants to see Monty Pittman, he's actually from Longview.
Oh, really?
Monty Pittman from Longview is Madonna's guitar player, and he has outlisted several husbands. Then he's actually going on tour this year. She's got a new tour out, so he's going on tour, and and when he does that, when my son gets his events at teaching guitar, and what's funny is he's got one group. This one guy's a big producer, and he's got this mansion there in Los Angeles somewhere. It's like a $14 million mansion, So Dusty goes up there, and they have a house. He knocks on the door or rings the doorbell. Lady comes up front door and she goes, well, I'm the house manager. I said, oh, okay, I'm here to give guitar lessons, And so anyway, there's this 12-year-old, 10 or 12-year-old kid here. He's playing, teaching guitar, And so this went on for a few times, and when Monty was on tour.
Yeah.
He comes over one day and this kid says, hey, I got me a band. This 10 or 11 years old, he's 12. He says, you got a band? He says, yeah. Dusty said, well, wow, that's good. He says, I got me a band manager. You got a band manager? He says, yeah. He says, he's a little younger than me, though. He says, well, how old is he? He says, 8 years old. That's normal in Los Angeles. So, it's just crazy.
It is.
So I guess he'll be teaching his age. Well, he's probably 12 years old now. So, whatever. You got any local events you need in here?
It's Lake Fork Sportsman's Association.
Right.
Right now, what they're working on, of course, it was a fingerling release. Lots of, I forget, 700,000. I think last week or week before that we worked with the Parks and Wildlife and assisting with that fingerling release. And they've also, we're growing cattails.
Okay.
Yanis High School FFA department kind of gone in partnership with them and Texas Parks and Wildlife, and they are growing different types of aquatic vegetation that we can transform back to lake form. And one of the things that I'm the most excited about is Parks and Wildlife is actually getting interested in trying to get hydrilla going again.
Okay.
And they say, and I haven't seen it, but I've been told by people that have seen it, that it's working. But what they do is they take this 1 by 4 inch mesh wire. I don't know, it's not chicken wire. It's
Kind of like a concrete mesh, what's that like?
Yeah, it's anyway, they take that and they make a hoop out of it and put it in shallow water. And the hydrilla will grow in that hoop. And it grows in that hoop because the turtles can't get it. The turtles apparently, as soon as the sprout sticks its head up, turtles get it off. But this hydrilla is just growing. The guy says it's just real luxuriant growing, but it's about 4 inches away from the mesh.
Yeah.
So
they're sticking heads in there. Yeah. Huh.
So I'm just, can I get some wire mesh and put it out? Start. I'd love to.
I don't know why you couldn't.
But
I mean, as long as it didn't get you out there, then maybe. But
it has to be something that sticks out of the surface.
do you have any idea how many places we're talking about? That just maybe an isolated spot, just testing
It's an
it.
experiment. Man.
Okay. They probably got 3 or 4 of those. You think at least?
They've got several sites because he says that he's just been amazed at how pretty the grass is. And I thought I'd found one the other day, but it turned out what it was the same kind of mesh that someone had put around some cypress trees that they had planted to keep the.
Oh, okay.
I guess, the varmints from eating up. But they keep telling the club, most of the club members, believe it or not, are not fishermen. They're landowners. There are a few of us that are fishermen, probably maybe 25% fishermen, which is, I wish it was 75% fishermen, because if we could really get behind this hydrilla thing, that would be, I think that would be the best thing that could happen to the lake is to get the hydrilla going.
Right.
Yeah. There is hydrilla. I mean, any place you go, you'll find strands of hydrilla, but it just does not, it doesn't seem to survive.
Yeah.
It doesn't grow like it used to.
Not like old
And
days.
they say it's because of the turtles.
Yeah.
And, well, there are a bunch of turtles. So that's the only thing I know of as a local item. But it's Lake Fork Sportsman's Association. Anybody that likes to fish Lake Fork, it would be a good deal for you to join. You find out what Parks and Wildlife's doing and various other things. Oh, one of the things we just did last month, we partnered with the Almond Society and we put down a bunch of wood duck nests.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just fishing,
Yeah.
it's anything that has to do with life. So that was something.
That also opens up another avenue of people that could help,
Yeah.
there's duck hunters and that sort of thing.
That's true.
So I think anybody could benefit, especially like business owners around the lake. I would imagine they're really into that. And if they're not, they should be. So
Yes, sir.
at any rate, that's what makes the lake really do well and helps everybody.